Check, check. I believe we should be back now.
Oh, that lefty swing and slicing away from the center fielder and actually ends up in the left fielder's glove. That was Wilson Guzzi from Blaine. Left-handed hitter, second baseman, takes the first pitch. A little ride out the left fielder. Hunter Nalawaiha from St. Francis, the third baseman. So we have Chip, Mike Bertha, Hunter's just bounded and turned to hit a car out there.
Let's hope that's safe, but that's the dollar.
Hopefully they're coming back. We're good to go? Oh, you don't want to be on? You can if you want. Soft line drive to second base is caught. That's Riley Dickhouse from Moorhead with the catch. And that will bring up the top of the order as the lineup flips back up to Jake Nedved from Anoka, the center fielder.
Next up, center fielder from Anoka is Jake Nedved.
You had the privilege of coaching this guy, too.
I did. Boy, I'm going to turn me down a little bit. So Jake takes the first pitch, ball out to left center, and it is caught. What was that, 5 pitches? 4 or 5 pitches?
Yeah, let's take a
Talk
look
about
here.
efficient. We've hardly had a chance to talk about Landon Guest-Norling because
5 pitches.
Yeah, his innings have been really short. That's a true compliment to any pitcher of just getting his team out there, quick inning, and let's go back in and hit and keep the lead. After 3 complete, your score is Metro North with nothing. Your North has 1 run. Let me flip that around because that sounded weird. Your North 1, Metro North 0. See you on the other side.
Top of the 4th inning, leading off for the North All-Stars, the shortstop from Morris area, Riley Asmus.
All right, so Riley Asmus from the Morris area is leading off this inning. Riley's the number 3 hitter. He's a shortstop. Riley with the leadoff base hit, smack to left field. Good for Riley. Riley's hitting .526 on the season with the home run, 8 doubles. And he's a stolen base threat too. He had 9 stolen bases. That'll bring up Moorhead's Riley Dickhouse, the second baseman. Riley hit .338 on the season.
We're on first there, and both pitchers not having too straining of innings, though, which is nice.
Yeah, good for them. Yeah, the pitchers have been efficient. They've worked quickly. They've, for the most part, thrown strikes, except for that back-to-back walk inning that we had last. There's a little tapper to first base. Not sure if anyone's going to be able to cover. Jagger gets there as quick as he can. but it's just not happening. The speed of Riley from Moorhead is just too much. And base hit.
Yep, just a straight base hit there right off the end of the bat.
Next up for the North All-Stars.
Sometimes we get some folks asking us questions, so sorry if I shouted into the mic on that one, but that was a base hit by Riley Dickhouse from Moorhead. That puts runners on first and second with nobody out, so we'll have to see if they bunt. Nope, that's a solid shot to center. Jake Nedved with he makes a diving attempt. Ball gets by him. The one run's going to score. The second one's being waved in. Left fielder's running all the way around to make the relay throw, but that's 2 runs and a double. That is a double for the hitter. Was that Schlow from Cathedral?
Yes, it was.
Henry Schlow, third baseman from Cathedral with a double. Nedved with giving it everything he could with a diving attempt. Certainly can't fault the attempt. Just one athlete trying to make a play on another athlete, and sometimes it gets by. But this inning, the first 2 hits for the North. One's a little tapper, and one's a pretty solid double.
Yep.
Runner on second, nobody out. Owen Wilczek's just kind of fallen in love with the breaking ball. Ball hit the center. Jake Nedved looking for his cutoff man. Logan Jagger comes out, makes the cut. Now we have runners on the corners. We will see if the Metro North's practice plan yesterday of talking about bunt coverages and first and thirds will pay off in this situation. Marcus Hubbard looks at his infielders and looks towards the dugout as to what he wants to do. Hubbard brings his guys in, and I'm sure they're planning on cooking up some sort of first and third situation, whether it's, I mean, you don't have a ton of options. It could be a cut by one of the infielders, could be a throw through, a fake, throw to 3. Can't really read lips from this angle, so.
I mean, the one thing that over the years we've seen from North 2 and South, those out of state, out of the Metro teams, is they just always seem to always find a way to put up hits.
Yeah, they manufacture, that's for sure. Well, they got that lead with the bunt, and that I think you play differently when you get the lead. And that's a strike. All right, so let's set the scene for you. We have Hagen Brunkhorst. He is the designated hitter in the 7-hole after Connor Erickson got on first. And your double hitter, Henry Schlow from Cathedral, at third. You have a 1-1 count right now with nobody out. And Owen Wilczek having to throw a few stress pitches here with runners on.
And this will be a good test for this North team, or Metro North team especially, try to get momentum back, but North to try to keep that momentum going.
For sure. So we're at a 2-1 count. Hagen hit .533 this year. And
that's impressive.
7 home runs. .533 with 7 home runs. I would have to think those are close to school records. He had a huge hole on the left side of the infield, and he hits it through. Shortstop was angling towards second base. The third baseman was towards the runner on third, and they just left that hole open, and it was hit perfectly through it by Hagen. Well, that makes the score 4-0 in favor of the North. Top of the 4th, 4-0. 4 hits this inning. Big swing by Alex Wegworth from Grand Rapids.
Big thing to remember, too, that's different from high school, and this is we don't do the run rule.
No, this is an exhibition. There's no 10-run rule of any kind. I don't even want to think about that right now because the Metro North, they're going to try to rally and see what they can do, too. But, yeah, we've had a game. We had a game, but I want to say 10 years ago, that ended up 23 runs. It was like 23-4 or something, and people are like, are we going to, quit this game? And, well, no, you can't. You have people that want to get in, and some people are waiting till the 4th or 5th inning to get a chance to play, and you got family coming from different places. So, it's an exhibition within a kind of a competitive backdrop with having brackets. Oh, my goodness, there's another shot past shortstop. And play to the plate is going to be cut off. And that's a solid base rip by Alex Wegworth from Grand Rapids with an RBI scored. 5th hit of the inning, 4th run of the inning. And now Coach Brinkley is coming out to talk to his big right-hander.
5-0. Looks like they're going to make a change here. I see some action from the left field bullpen.
So that would mean that we will see it probably a little bit earlier than they had planned. We'll see the right-hander from Centennial, Tommy Meyer.
I mean, you talk about everyone getting their innings in, right? And then, Wilczek obviously not quite the outing he wanted, but the thing I like about this series, right, is a guy like that, or any of these pitchers, they might have a struggle right now, but they get a chance to come back, shake it off, and get back at it and not really think much of it.
Well, I mean, Wilczek, let's be real. He 91 strikeouts on the season.
Yeah.
And 1.41 ERA, only walked 12 guys. And walks were a little bit of the trouble today. I think he had 3 of them. And he just started to get hit. And after the second time through the lineup, the all-star teams, high school, you name the level, you start seeing the second and close to a third time through. And it's pretty tough for any pitcher who's kind of relying on a couple pitches to be able to fool or overpower these guys. So it happens. You see a lot of great pitchers come into All-Star Series sometimes, and they throw a couple good innings, and then the team starts to catch up with them, and that happened here. So anyway, that brings on Tommy Meyer. Tommy Meyer was 4-4 on the season with a 2.12 ERA and 49 innings pitched. So 49 innings pitched, but he had 64 strikeouts. And that is with 13 walks. So he would typically walk a hitter almost one every 4 innings or so, one every 3.5 innings. And he'd strike out at least a hitter an inning. So Tommy Meyer in the Northwest Suburban Conference, one of the best pitchers there. And so he's going to come in to try to get an out in the top of the 4th inning. There are no outs, and you have runners on 1st and 2nd. So his job is to be fireman here. And we were watching his warm-up pitches, and his breaking ball is sharp. Maybe where Owen Wilczek's rate breaking ball wasn't quite what he was looking for later in the game as it was earlier. And I don't know that the fastball today was enough to balance that out in terms of how he was locating. So anyway, we move on with Tommy Meyer, who's warmed up, ready to go. And the North is ready to keep rolling.
I mean, you talked about those numbers that he had, right? That's a pretty good conference that he's putting those numbers up against. So that just shows you the caliber pitcher he's going to be.
Right. So the 9-hitter Ty Rooney, again, he probably never hit 9th in his life, but I remember when we saw him, he was a 3 or 4 hitter most every time we'd face him. He laid down that beautiful bunt in the 3rd inning to help score that 1st run, and now he gets a chance to hit with runners on. 1-0 count, nobody out, runners on 1st and 2nd. Wegworth at 1st, Brunkhorst at 2nd.
And the catalyst of this North offense right now, I think he's kind of the spark plugs there that got things going.
Yeah, well, it helped. He set the table, that's for sure. But you got guys like Schlo who hit the ball, and Dickhouse who's been on the bases, and Erickson and Brunkhorst. So the North is feeling pretty good. That was a nice. I think that was a changeup. Looked like it kind of drifted away from that left-handed hitter. I'll have to ask him what kind of changeup he's throwing. I would guess it's more of a circle change because it's staying away from that lefty.
Yeah, it had a little bit more of that circle change movement too, and motion on the ball then.
Yeah, you're the pitching guy, John, so I should be asking you. But the fastball had some tail on it right there.
Yep.
All right, we have the pitch with nobody out. Ty Rooney up. Ball smacked to left, right at the left fielder, who takes a step back and makes the catch on the way in. So that's 1 out. Meyer is coming in, doing his job, gets it out, Takes a few pitches to get it done, but we flipped the lineup back up to the top. Mason Patrick from Holdingford, your leadoff hitter and center fielder, is up with 1 out and runners on first and second. Tap to short, 6, 4, and not 3 because you talk about speed. Wow.
Speed kills.
Yeah, so you have your fielder's choice, shortstop to second base. First and third situation with 2 down. Yeah, I got to tell you, boy, Patrick's quick. He was moving down the line. So that will bring up Heinch from Moorhead, Carson Heinch, left fielder. Is it Hench or Heinch? Hench?
Heinch, I think.
Heinch? Okay. Heinch hit .372 this year. And he had 4 home runs, 21 RBI. And he's your 2 hitter.
And the pitch on its way just high for a ball. 1-1 now.
So coming up in game 2 will be Metro East versus the South. The South won the series last year at an 11-10 barn burner with 103-degree heat in extra innings. So they'll get to see if they can defend their title. A little tapper to second. Flipped over to the shortstop, Austin, to complete this inning. 4 runs on 5 hits. No Metro North errors. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th. The score is 5-0. Good. Alrighty, well, we are back in the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 count. And that's 3-0 to Coppersmith. Calvin Coppersmith from Centennial, who hit .364 and had a home run and 12 RBI. Our new pitcher coming in. So this is the time of the game where changes start popping up, and Braden Skindeline from New London Spicer is your pitcher. With a nice curveball here, the line drive to short. Looks like it was caught in the air, so they're calling it an out on a line drive. There wasn't a short hop. Kind of tough to see, I suppose, at the live stream. But hit on a soft line drive to the shortstop, and he caught it just as it was about to hit the dirt. So that'll bring up the right fielder from Andover, Danny Scheller. Skindeline with a sweeping curveball. That's outside for ball one. So if you're wondering about Skindeline as a pitcher, he was 5-0 with a 1.18 ERA. Pitched 47 innings with 54 strikeouts and only 7 walks. So throwing strikes is what he does. On a 2-0 count here, Scheller fouls it back, and I think we will be, again, we need a windshield sponsor, I think. So 2-1 count for Scheller. Skindeline throws ball 3. That wasn't close. So it looks like Skindeline has some nice zip on his fastball. His breaking ball sweeps. Just has to locate. That curveball gets by the third baseman, and Scheller's rounding first base for the first hit in a while for the Metro North. Bottom of the 4th. Scheller on first. Logan Jagger from Anoka coming up. Scheller was a spark plug in the state tournament for Andover. I believe he had a big triple. He had other hits. Named to the all-tournament team. Has a good, comfortable lead at first base. Skindeline gets strike 1 on Jagger. Jagger from Anoka had almost 80 at-bats and hit 342 with a couple home runs. Looks like Scheller's going. Oh, I think his timing was off. He's a little upset with himself because he was leaning. Looked like he was going to go, and the pitcher paused a little longer than he was anticipating. I bet he goes now. Yeah. Oh. My crystal ball is cloudy today. I thought for sure he would have left. But anyway, we have a 2-1 count on Logan Jagger. Scheller at first base. Skindeline on the mound. We'll see if we can get other changes for you as we go. That's fouled back, caught by the netting. 2-2 count, 1 down. Jagger is a double play ball candidate. Infield here looks like they're in double play depth. Scheller's stuck, taken off, he's gone. And that ball was fouled straight back, and Scheller looks up and he's like, oh, I had the best jump of the day. Which is true, he did. He had a great jump, timed it beautifully. As the ball was being fouled off, Scheller was already popping up at second base. 2-2 count. He's got another great lead. Pitcher sees it, steps and throws, and letting Mr. Scheller know, hey, we're thinking about you. Scheller extends his lead. He's into the cutout, and he's off. I guess not. Jagger lifts a soft fly ball to right field, caught in foul territory for out number 2. That'll bring up Elk River's Lincoln Trashensky, who hit 377. And he had 23 hits on the season. Trashensky from Elk River, hitting 5th for the Metro North. And I know the coaches would love to get Scheller over to second base here as soon as they possibly can, so that there could be a runner in scoring position. And that's going to happen because Scheller, I think, is going to third base on this overthrow. He turns, he should have been off to third. But he stops at second. You know, you have to figure in an all-star series, these guys have some incredible arms. Yes, it is. Sorry about that. I get questions as I'm announcing here, and that was a throwing error on the North. Could have been a 2-base error, but it's just a 1-base error. The ball landed in this area down in the right field, or in the first base kind of right field corner, where the fence goes about as far away from third base as it can get. Good hustle by the right fielder and first baseman to get there. And as they were picking it up, Scheller was already rounding, looking back, and thought he better shut it down. Well, one of the things that was really key for Braden Skindeline was his lack of walks. And here he's been behind most of his hitters. It's 2-0. Now it's 2-1. Trushinsky's just looking for a nice pitch that he can drive. There is an open space out in right center, pretty solid for him. Center field shaded a little bit towards left. Right fielder's deep. That's ball 3. That sweeping curveball on a 3-1 count makes it 3-2. Full count, 2 down. Sweeping curveball. The Trushinsky pop up here out the left field has been caught. So the left fielder, Carson Heinz from Moorhead, makes the 3rd out. Skindeline escapes with no runs on 1 hit and 1 error. And we will head to the top of the 5th with North leading 5-0.
Folks, if you haven't done so, be sure to visit the merchandise window behind the grandstand. Get a souvenir t-shirt, get a souvenir hat, and of course we have programs available at the beginning as well. So, and all those wonderful memories of the 51st Annual All-Star Series, brought to you by Drinks Community Crossing, sponsored by Gabriel, Game Watch, and several others. Leading off for the North All-Stars, from Alexandria Area High School, number 4 is Brody Edelman.
Well, welcome back. We're in the top of the 5th. We have some changes that'll be coming up throughout. But leading off against Tommy Meyer in the Metro North, we have number 4 from the North, Brody Edelman. And Brody's from Alexandria. And ball 1 on the high curveball. Brody Edelman is a shortstop by trade, listed at 5'11", 56 at bats in the season, 327 average. Slick fielding shortstop who swings at a fastball down in the zone, 1-1 count. Just trying to get a few things set here. Again, this will be the time of the game where you start seeing switches of lineups and different players coming in. It's an exhibition. Wow, that little end of the bat kind of number gets past Jagger at first base with some tricky spin to it. And that is a hit for Brody Edelman. That is a hit. Yep.
From Sartell is Brady Thompson.
Like I say, you get asked a lot of questions up here, and that is a hit. That's a crazy spin on it, but probably could have and should have been fielded, I guess. But you know, it was a tough baseball to handle. So in that situation, Brody has a hit. And that brings up Brady Thompson from Sartell. So the shortstop second base combo for the North will change. You have Edelman and Thompson coming in. Thompson is down 0-2. Brady hit .338 with a home run and 16 RBI. 27 hits, 20 stolen bases. And he takes a real tough pitch to lay off of for ball one. That was well placed by Tommy Meyer. In the on-deck circle is Henry Schlow, who had a hit earlier. That ball's hit out to right field towards Scheller. Scheller drifting back and makes the catch. Throws it in to the second baseman for out number one.
Next up from Cathedral High School, the batter is Henry Schlow.
You know, one thing that Henry always can be called as a state champion, and that's pretty neat to be able to have that to fall back on. But Cathedral had a tremendous season and played really well at Target Field, and Henry Schlow is a part of that. He's hitting right now. That ball is out. We have 1-0 count with one out. The Metro North didn't make as many changes as what the North is going to be doing. It looks like there's many players who are still, many starters still in there. You have strike one there. So I'm taking a look and seeing what type of stolen base numbers that Adelman has. And he can steal some bases. He stole 8. So he's getting a little bit bigger lead. Ball's hit out to center field where Jake Nedved's patrolling. Makes the catch in left center. And that's 2 outs. So Minnewaska's Connor Erickson has been replaced. Painesville's Reed Johnson has replaced Connor Erickson. And Reed Johnson is up with a runner on first and 2 down. Right off the end of the bat, gets by Jagger. Second base Guzzi throws it over to the covering pitcher, Tommy Meyer. What a play. Nice play by the second baseman and the pitcher. Not a lot that Jagger could do about that. One of those PFP type of workouts that coaches love to put their second baseman, first baseman, pitchers through. Great job by Guzzi. Excellent job covering by Meyer. You can tell those guys have been well coached. We are the Baseball Coaches Association, so we take pride in when plays are made like that. And well done, Metro North. At the end of 4.5, headed to the bottom of the 5th. Your score is 5 for the North, 0 for the Metro North, and it is time for our 5th inning stretch in a 7-inning game. Get some lineups. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. Marcus Hubbard from Cambridge Isanti is your leadoff hitter. And he takes strike one, fastball. As our pitcher from New London Spicer, Braden Skindeline, seems to be a quick worker, which I love. That breaking ball missed. We'll call it outside, I guess. Could have been high, but at the same time, Hubbard is all over the plate. Ball to short. Gets that nice hop by the shortstop. Great throw across the diamond. That is your first out of the inning. Nice play. That shortstop that made that play, which he just came into the game, Brody Adelman. With him making it, I mean, most shortstops in high school have a hard time making that play, and just he was smooth. Nice play, one down. So that brings up Adam Asen from Park Center. Adam Asen, left-handed hitter. Again, Skindeline working quick. 2-1 count. Again, you can't ask for a better day out here. It's mid-70s, bright sky. Just perfect baseball weather. 2-2 count. You have Wilson Guzzi, who made the great play in the last inning, up next. Ground ball to first. Bobbled. Pitcher covers, and that play is recovered. Nice play by Skindeline covering first base. Again, we talked about great coaching and good job by these players of recognizing that someone who needs help making a play. Good support on that play. And that's our second out. I think that was Isan Nelson with the first base who made the initial stop. Bobbled it, flipped it over to the pitcher covering. And Isan might get another. Oh, no, that's Bernard's ball over there. Nice play, Bernard Brinkley. A little weak on the throw, but we'll give you the Bernard's holding his arm a little bit. He threw about 600 pitches yesterday, so we're going to have to excuse him for that. That breaking ball, backdoors Guzzi. We have an 0-2 count. A lot of these guys never have seen each other. This is the first time some of these players have ever even played catch with one another, let alone hit off one another. Wilson Guzzi's ball slicing to left center. He's looking to dig in for two. Center fielder loses about 3 different things off him, including sunglasses and a band and one of those first baseman or those running gloves. Anyway, picks up all this stuff, makes the throw to the relay guy, but Guzzi's at second base. As a left-handed hitter, that ball sliced away from the center fielder. And Guzzi put it where they ain't, as they say. So does that bring up our St. Francis third baseman, or do they have someone new in there? Number 6, yeah, it is Hunter Nalawaja. I need to work on that. We're going to call him Hunter from St. Francis. Hunter from St. Francis drives it to left field, who makes a couple of steps over to the left and gets the third out. So with 1 hit, no runs, no errors, the Metro North is still being shut out. 5-zip. And welcome back to the top of the 6th. Trevor Rounds is your new hitter from Parker's Prairie. And he takes ball 1 from Centennial's Tommy Meyer. Looking out at the defensive shift or defensive pairings that we have for the Metro North, I don't see a lot of changes here. Looks to be pretty much the same lineup we've had that we started with. Meyer misses in. 2-0 count for Meyer. On Trevor Rounds. Trevor Rounds, a left-handed hitter, hitting .433. .433 with 28 RBI on the season, but no home runs, which is surprising. It looks like he'd be a kind of a guy who could hit a few. Might be that he just has such a great eye at times, and he has a great kind of middle kind of swing, that he's more of a doubles guy. And as I say that, he has 12 doubles. Doesn't strike out a lot. And Trevor Rounds has 9 stolen bases, too. Meyer goes full. So the Metro North, after this game, they are done for the day. They play tomorrow morning. And then they see where they end up, whether they're going to be in the 3rd place or the 2nd place, or still pull this out and play in that evening championship game. And Rounds leads off with the walk. Esau Nelson from Paynesville is coming up next.
Next up for the North All-Stars. Number 17, the first baseman from Paynesville is Esau Nelson.
So Rounds is now the new DH for Brunkhorst. Nelson is the new first baseman for Wegworth. We'll have to see if there is a new hit in. Looks like there's Gavin Lamphere from Hibbing as the new catcher for Ty Rooney. The North has a few more players to get into their roster that are into their lineup than the Metro North has. The Metro North has a 16-man roster, while the North has a 20-man roster. Has to do a lot with the geographical areas of things and representation around the state. Six committees from around the state choose the teams. Each player has been discussed and numbers have been poured over, and everything from how does he stack up at his position versus other people, to sometimes attitude, to whether they have multi-positional, capability, if they pitch or do something else. So, versatility is important in an all-star series. You look at Tommy Meyer, who's pitching on the mound. I'm sure he plays another position. You have other people out here that maybe they are just a pitcher. We don't know. But that's all a part of making up the teams, seeing who can do what and putting your best team together. And as we say that, that's strike 3 to Esau Nelson, looking on the outside corner. And that'll bring up Gavin Lamphere from
The new catcher, number 10 from Hibbing.
Hibbing.
Gavin Lamphere.
Gavin hit .313, 83 at bats, 11 RBI, and he did steal a base. A lot of times you get catchers having courtesy runners and whatnot, and they don't get a chance to run very often. But not Gavin. He stole a base. He's in the catcher's base stolen club, and he takes strike 1. Myers come in and settled things down. He had a very tough situation to come in to relieve. And he's done a nice job shutting things down. Owen Wilczek had a tough time in the 4th inning. Gave up some hits. Had the North was just starting to catch up with him and figure him out a little bit. So Tommy Meyer's coming in, and he's trying to put some water on the fire. Good patience at the plate by Gavin. 1-2 count. Runner on first. Esau Nelson, who walked. Yeah. Yep. Ground ball to second. Over to short. And completed up for the double play. So, a 4-6-3 double play ends that inning. And after 5.5 innings, North 5, Metro North 0.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Athletic Park. Get ready. Jake Nedved going to lead things off here for the Metro North, and there's foul ball. John Sands with you now for this inning for you as we are trying to get things ready to go for both. You know, we're trying to get this game, and then we got the next game coming up. We got the lineups for that, just getting those entered in and get out there for everyone as we get ready to bring exciting All-Star Series baseball to you here on the High School Baseball Coaches Association YouTube channel here. To thank you all for tuning in to this one. Have some good viewership. Thank you all for tuning in. Swinging a strike three there. That's the first out of the inning. I'm just going to bring up number 3. Yep, Kelvin Coppersmith still batting here in the bottom half of the 6th. Metro North got to get something going and going quick here as they're running out of time. Get back in this game. Taken in for a strike. 1-1. Fly ball going back, tracking back, and makes the catch. Out number 2. That was Scheller up to bat here. With 2 away. Bottom half of the 6th. Swinging and miss, strike 1. It's 5-0 North. Sprayed 7 hits across the field so far. And that is going to be a gap shot double, it looks like, for Scheller. No, he's going to try to go 3. Cut off man, and he's up. Triple for Metro North. And that could be the catalyst here for the Metro North on a 2-out triple by Danny Scheller. Logan Jager up now. 2 away, though. Runner on third base. And the pitch. Just misses high for a ball. And the pitch. 3-1 they count, actually. Called strike 2. Full count now with 2 away for Logan Jaeger. Skies that one up, knocking it out. And the catch is made, and that half inning is complete. Top half of the 7-5-0 North on top of Metro North.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Don Gowerlick here. John Sands from Little Falls. Isaac Collis, number 6, leading off. It's a 5-0 game. Top of 7. Beautiful day here in Chaska. New pitcher for the Metro North. And, well, airmail's the first one, but that happens. Lucas Weinzettel from Chisago Lakes, who also plays third base.
Who hit him?
Yeah, Lucas must have a beef with that hitter. I don't know, but he was up and away on the first pitch and nailed him in the middle of the back on that one. Poor guy. I don't even know if they know each other. Little Falls versus Chisago Lakes. All right, so this is Parker Kaiser from Sebeka. Sebeka had a nice season, a lot of time in the rankings, and a good run. Let's see what he does against young Lucas Weinzettel. Starts with ball 1. On the board, 5 runs for the North, 7 hits, 1 error. Metro North, 0 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. in that last inning, one of those 4 hits was a triple by Danny Scheller from Andover. There's a strike on a breaking ball. You know, a lot of these catchers and pitchers haven't worked together, so catcher goes out in conference. I think that's still Hubbard in as the catcher. Looks like it. Trying to get things straight. 1-1 count, nobody out. We have the North and the Metro East ready to go in the next game. And that ball's shot through between third and short out to left field.
No, South and Metro East.
Is that what it is? South
Yeah,
and Metro?
North is playing right now.
Because I get the colors mixed up. Anyway, nice shot, nice base hit. And that'll bring up Brody Edelman.
Number 4 is from Alexandria, Brody Edelman.
Brody Edelman. So Parker Kaiser ropes a base hit between third and short. Nothing either of the defenders can do. Walk and a hit. I like the aggressiveness out at second base by Isaac Collis. Stays out there. Looks like he could, on the throw back to the pitcher, take third base if he wanted. And who knows, maybe that's in his plans.
I saw the sign for that.
You have a sign for that,
I
John?
saw the sign for that given.
Oh, is that what you did? I'm going to turn us down a little bit, John. I feel like we're screaming into each other a little bit. Hopefully
Yeah.
people can hear
I mean,
us.
everyone says that it goes from being good to being too quiet, so I
Really?
don't know if that's
Okay. Well,
Just-
that's good to know.
us or
Oh, maybe you. No. All right, base hit in the left. Left fielder comes up with it, throws it to the cutoff. We have bases loaded. Calvin Coppersmith got to that ball awfully quickly. Nice piece of hitting, which will bring up Brady Thompson from Sartell.
Number 2 from Sartell is Brady Thompson.
Brady Thompson from Sartell with the bases loaded and nobody out. So in this situation, your third base and first base are immediately going to the plate. Your middle infielders, they have a decision to make. In most cases, they'd be trying to turn 2. Sometimes you might have them going just everybody to the plate. But in this case, I think it looks like they're going to play it, as we say, spin in the middle. Turn 2. So the runners are going on any contact down angle. They're going to, runner at third's going to tag on a fly ball. It's the line drives that you got to watch out for. 2-1 count. There's a line drive to short, played by the shortstop to second, second to first. Got a double play. A run scored. No RBI on the double play. And it is now 6-0. So that'll bring up Drew Ellingson from Perham. Curveball outside. Fastball outside. You know, the one thing you got to love in an All-Star Series, these pitchers have a good pace to them themselves. They work quickly. They're confident. They try to a good percentage of strikes. Although that was on the, I've seen that one called as a strike earlier. 3-0 count. And there's a strike. Fouled off. Again, I think we need a windshield sponsor around here. First windshield sponsor that wants to offer up a sponsorship to the series. You'd get a lot of play on this live stream. Oh, my goodness. Nice play. Logan Jagger with a jumping stab at a line drive that if it gets by him, that ball is easily getting in the corner for a double, but nice play by Logan Jagger. And 1 run on 2 hits. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Metro North needs 6.
All right, here we go. Bottom half of the 7th. It's a must rally here time for Metro North. Down 6.
Trushinsky up. And then Hubbard. Lincoln Trushinsky from Elk River, the DH. Marcus Hubbard, the catcher. And then Adam Mason from Park Center, Columbia Heights as a shortstop. 0-2 count right away. We have a new pitcher.
Oh, yes, we do.
We'll get his number here in a second.
We're 18.
Is that Reed Johnson? No.
No, Rounds.
Trevor Rounds from Parker's Prairie. Maybe it's the second inning. I could be wrong on that. I thought he had already pitched once. But anyway, good-sized kid. Comes in on the fastball, misses 1-2.
Maybe retribution for hitting their guy, throw it a little up and in at
You
in the
they're-
All-Star
You
Series.
think they'll do that in an All-Star Series?
Probably
Get-
not.
Get someone back? Little blooper out to right. Deep. Right fielder's deep, but the second baseman makes up enough real estate to be able to make that play.
I don't
Probably
think
goes back 25, 30 yards into the outfield to pick
Yeah.
that ball up.
good read on it though to get back there.
Yeah, he was going right away.
Yeah, I don't think there's any retribution stuff. I don't know how big of rivals there are on opposite teams. Most of the rivalries are in your own team.
Well, John, at Hopkins, you guys might have that retribution thing going, but I'll tell you, All-Star Series, I don't think that's what we want to do.
No.
Marcus Hubbard flies out to right. First pitch. Well, this game, dare I say it, was 1 out away from being in the books.
Next up for Park Center, Columbia Heights, Adam Mason.
Adam Mason is what stands between the North and their first win.
Trying to get back into that championship game as they were last year with the South. Didn't quite end the way the North wanted to, but
So the North will play later today. Metro North is done for the day after this. The Metro North will obviously need to win their game tomorrow. And they'll need to win it by quite a bit. And they need the North to lose so that everybody ends up as a 1-on-1 team. Otherwise, the Metro North is looking at playing at the second or the third, depending on how they do tomorrow in the first game in the morning. North is sitting pretty comfortable right now. If they can end this with the 6-0 win, they'll be sitting pretty good with either playing tomorrow night or the mid-game. You okay there, John? John's getting nicked by some stuff flying in the air. Sneeze after sneeze after sneeze.
I know me and you had a discussion about uniform colors and stuff. I mean, the North should be the orange and black. They got Grand Rapids. They got Moorhead.
Well,
The
North is
traditional
also
Halloween
they're
machines.
also the bold North with the blue and
Oh,
ice
yeah.
and all that. But all right, there's a base hit up the middle by Asen. Keeps this game alive. The North is gonna, or Metro North's gonna need to have about 7 or 8 more hitters do pretty close to the same thing to turn this into something that we get a little tension built up with. But Wilson Guzzi from Blaine has played some real solid second base today. Wilson Guzzi is up, 2 outs, back-to-back left-handed hitters off a left-handed pitcher. Guzzi takes ball 1. Well, here we go, John.
There we go again.
Base hit. Guzzi with the base hit out to right. And we need about 7 or 8 more of those. Or I'll use the kids' words. We need 6 or 7 more of those.
Now to play for the Metro North All-Stars from St. Francis, Hunter Nalawaika.
Nalawaija.
Hunter Nalawaija. He's Hunter St. Francis. Hunter Nalawaija with runners on first and second. See what Hunter does. Takes. Is that a strike?
I think ball one.
Well, it looked pretty close to strike worthy there, but
Yeah, it
must
did.
have been down. Oh, the runner takes off for third base. We had a lady walking down below us holding her camera, and she's walking in the foul ball. Goes right at her, and I thought she's going to drop her $1,000 camera. And anyway, sorry, just enjoying some moments at the All-Star Series.
On the
1,
outside
2.
corner there.
Yeah, that's been a tough spot all day for the Metro North. The North pitchers have done a great job of working that outside part of the plate, even to the white line of the other batter's box. And the umpire, just to be honest, has been about 50-50 on calling that a ball or a strike. All right, so Hunter Nalawaja is safe at first, and he ran hard on that one. That ball was hit down the line. Third baseman, Ellingson, made a great play.
Gotta applaud the effort there just to even make that cross diamond throw and not throw it wild.
It was close. So that brings up Jake Nedved, the leadoff hitter. And again, we need about 5 or 6 more of these to really turn this into an interesting ball game.
He could make it very interesting right here.
Oh, he sure could. Double to the gap.
That'll work too. I was thinking of something a little more cool, but a double works too.
So you want a grand slam, huh?
Yep, that would make it real interesting real quick.
Are you calling your shot? According to the stats, Jake Nedved does not have a home run. He might have hit one when he was about 10.
Someone have
He's a
perfect
leadoff.
time for a first
There
one.
you go. He's a leadoff guy with like 30-plus stolen bases. And
there's an errant throw.
You know, there's an attempt at trying to throw a runner out. And if that one run makes a difference in tiebreaker stuff versus Metro North and North or starting up a rally, they're going to look back at that and say, why'd you throw it? You're up 6-0.
Catching throw error on the catcher. Not what you needed right there. Throwing error into the outfield.
No, you just need to control the game and not add to the craziness. There's a base hit to left center, and that's going to score 1. Maybe. Oh, it gets by the center fielder. We are at a 6-3 ball game. So we need 4 to 5 more of those, and we have ourselves something very, very interesting. Base hit scores 2 for Jake Nedved. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. John is right. That's a base hit and error on the center fielder, overrunning the ball. That's right.
Single error center fielder.
So the North has committed 2 errors this inning. The Metro North has scored 3 runs. They would love to be able to get Scheller up after he tripled last inning. Nedved is bringing a suitcase full of gear over to the dugout. A leg guard, a wrist guard, an elbow guard, an Arby's mitt, a shield for his mask, a toe guard. I'm just kidding. Scheller has all this stuff, and he's like, what do I do with this? So I got to pack this? Do I pay $50 to Sun Country? How does this work?
Yeah, it's not cheap, though.
No,
Especially for specialty equipment.
for an extra bag.
Yeah.
All right, so Nedved over at first, who loves to run. 36 stolen bases. A little tapper down the third base line. Third baseman's picking up. Oh, that's a fair ball. He touched that ball. That's a fair ball. Copper Smith, first pitch, jammed. That's a hit. That's a hit. And there's the North should have 3 errors, not 2 up there. So runners on first and second. You got Danny Scheller up at the 6-3 game. The Metro North is actually starting to out hit the North. The North is out erroring the Metro North. But still boils down to some of those walks earlier in the game. We need 2 to 3 more hitters to really make this game interesting. Scheller out to right field, and this could end it. And it does. Scheller, first pitch, fly ball to right. That's your ball game, folks. A 6-3 North win over the Metro North. Thanks for joining us on this broadcast. You might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel because you'll get alerts as to when our next live stream is, which will be coming up in about 20 minutes. And you can also follow on Game Changer. Highlights on Instagram or Facebook or whatever other social media has been invented in the last 15-20 minutes. But congratulations on the win for the North. Your winning pitcher is Landon Guest-Norling. Your losing pitcher was Owen Wilczek. And your game time, official game time, was 1 hour and 46 minutes. All right, thanks for joining us, and we'll, like I say, so like and subscribe. You'll get a chance to see what we have coming up next, where we have the South facing the Metro East, and your South is your home team. Take care, everybody.